For this 21 drawing lesson, I'm so excited to teach you how to draw a fabulous fish. Say that 3 times fast. A fabulous fish in 3D. Remember what 3D stands for? It means creating that illusion of near and far, making something look like it's coming out of the paper at you. And that's what we want this fish to look like. Now, this lesson was inspired by a lesson that I created for my book, Half Hour Pencil Power. Let me show you the actual lesson here. It's just a wonderful, wonderful lesson. It's called Fabulous Fish. And this book is just a terrific collection of some of my drawings. But if you look here, we're going to be practicing with contour lines. We're going to be using shading, overlapping. Remember those 12 Renaissance words. Every drawing, every single drawing, if you want to make it look three-dimensional, you're going to have to use 1, 2, or 3 or more of these 12 words. These 12 words were developed 500 years ago. I didn't invent them. I'm standing on the shoulders of many, many teachers and artists and illustrators for over 5 centuries. I'm standing on their shoulders of experience to present them to you. So right here, look, we're going to use texture, we're going to use wrinkles. It's just going to be fun, fun, fun. So let's jump right into it. The fabulous fish. All right, so I'm going to start. What's so fun about this technique and style of drawing is we use layers. We just start with a really light. See, very light. I call this a whisper line. Just block it in. See that? Light, light, light. You can barely see it. I'll make it a little darker for you. But the idea is, it gives you the freedom to be able to erase and mold. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be perfect right away. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. Give yourself permission to explore and try, all right? It doesn't have to be perfect. You have to fail to succeed, right? All right? Give what I call it, I tell my students to give yourself the license to flop. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. Give yourself permission to explore. So I'm just shaping it. We're shaping the fabulous fish here. And then now here comes using the Renaissance word, overlapping. I'm going to draw the near eye right here. Okay, I'm still drawing light. All right, now I'm going to start drawing darker. Now I'll push hard. Get that pencil in there, and let's draw that. I'm using my wonderful dark HB lead. I like a 9mm. I love this Pentel, but any pencil will do, you guys. Any pencil at all. It's nice and dark. And let's go ahead. Now look what I'm doing. See, I start really light. Sketch, sketch, sketch. The light, 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 whisper, whisper lines, right? We start really light, whisper. And then now we go back to light again. This is dark detail. Now I'm going to draw this really great. And I'm looking over at my reference drawing because I have these different smiles. I want to have this smile really, really going up. See that? I'm going to have this one just, look at that nice contour. Remember that Renaissance word, contour? Contour gives your drawing shape and volume. Contour are lines wrapping around the shape to give it a volume and that distinct shape. Here's contour again. Look at some wrinkles on the mouth. So now I'll go ahead and draw darker so you can see it. See that? I'm going to draw this. While we're doing this lesson, well, we might have little visitors. I don't know if you can hear it, but I have 2 wonderful cats that help keep us inspired. And I just see Gordon down there. You might hear Gordon. Now, watch this. We're going to draw. I'm going to draw. Look at this. I'm going to draw his smile. Look at that coming down. Now, oh, I love it. That is one happy, happy fish. Let's take our eraser. And let's erase the lines we don't need. I'm going to erase, clean up, clean up, clean up. That's also one of the benefits of drawing really light with those whisper lines is you won't have to erase too aggressively. You can erase very lightly. I always have a little brush. You get this couple bucks from your art store, from Amazon. So I have the click eraser right. I got my brush. I have my blending stump too. I got lots of blending stumps. These are wonderful. You can read more about those in the lesson description about supplies that I recommend. Of course, your all-important sketchbook. Get that spiral-bound sketchbook so you keep all your drawings in one place. All right. So I'm just having so much fun here. Let's take this and let's draw the thickness here. Now, this whole idea is foreshortening, is squishing. I squish the mouth to make it look like it's opening it up. Also makes this edge look closer. foreshortening. I'll be repeating these words over and over and over again. I really believe in teaching by repetition, and I just love it when you have that aha, when you have that aha moment. In fact, here, this was going to be one of our drawings. We'll see if it makes it to 21. But see that? Have your aha moment. Aha! When you use these Renaissance words and see how that pops out. Aha! When you remember these words and you're able to acknowledge it and you're able to understand how to use it on the paper. Foreshorten. Here's overlapping on the eye. Also, here's size. Near things are larger, and that gets smaller as it moves away. Again, I repeat. We'll be hearing those words again. Now, you could take this fin and scroll it down. I'm just going to draw a simple little fin here. Keep it kind of simple here. There. Overlapping. Take your eraser. Erase the line. You know that is a hidden line that's overlapping here. That look fun? Isn't that fun? I love it. All right, I'm going to put a couple wrinkles. I love the wrinkles. It gives your drawing more detail. Okay. And then I'm going to draw this the fin up here. See that? It adds a really neat flair and style. Okay, so I'm going to add this. That's the dorsal fin. This is the pectoral fin. And then the back fin coming down here. I'm going to draw a little darker here. I'm going to put some wrinkles. I'm going to give it a little thickness here. So you put some wrinkles here. Now, I can't help myself. I was going to draw a pretty simple fin, but I can't help myself. Watch what I'm going to do. Check this out. Ready? You want to go how crazy? You guys want to go crazy? You want to have another aha moment? All right. I wasn't. See what happens? I wasn't planning this, but I'm just take your hand. I'm just stretching my imagination. I'm just stretching. I want to take this fin. Look at this. I'm going to draw the full. Remember, we did this in season 1 of my 21 draw lesson. We did flags and scrolls. Well, I'm going to add this scroll to the tail of the fish. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Look at that. I love it. You can always put wrinkles. I love wrinkles. Let's see it, taper it down. You see this? Taper it. You give it a little character and a little style. See that? Taper. That's not one of the drawing words. It's what I call an art element. And there's 22 art embellishments. 22 art embellishments. These words will make your drawing more visually delicious for your eye. The 12 drawing words, the 12 words of three-dimensional drawing, what I call the Renaissance words, those are based in drawing to make it look 3D. Those are based in the skill. The art embellishment terms will make your drawing more visually appealing, more delicious for your viewer's eye. So this is both. This is using foreshortening, overlapping. It's also using spiral, which is one of the art embellishment words. All right, now up here. Now watch this. I'll get more and more into many of those art terms too, as well as the drawing terms. All right, now watch this. I'm going to go ahead and just put that back dorsal fin. That fine? I love it, you guys. I love it. Now the back fin, you could have them waving. Now watch this. I'm going to do a couple things. You could put the fin here and have them waving. In fact, I'll do that. You could do this too, and I'll erase this. You could put the fin down here, make it smaller, see? You see, you can put it down here, or you can put it up here, like waving. What do you think? Which fin do you want? I'm going to have my fin waving, so I'll erase this. But I like to explore the options. Remember, give yourself permission to draw, permission to explore. Have fun. Have fun. Enjoy it. Drawing is a joyful skill to learn. Fun. Draw. All right. Now, if you're ready, so we have the fin here. Now, this is larger. See, that's larger. That's closer. This is further. That's size. Overlapping, foreshortening, size. This is larger. That's smaller. Using a little spiral back here. Now, let's use texture. And I have so many lessons planned for this season 2 that you'll see as you scroll through the lessons. Texture is a wonderful word. We're going to be using texture a lot. We use that in season 1 too. Here we go. Let's put the texture. I'm going to put some fish scales back here. I love that. I love the fish scales. I think I'll take this and I think I'll put, why not? I'll put some fish scales up the side of the back fin here. Isn't that fun? And you know what I'm going to do? I think I'll put some fish scales right up here on the front of the fin. You see that? And then I'll put some fish scales back here on this fin. You love it? Now identify where's the light coming from. I'm going to have the light above here. The light's coming down from up here, coming down. So now I'm going to draw, I know I want to draw the pupil. So let's draw the pupils. Here's size again. That pupil gets smaller as it moves away. You guys are going to love this. Now let's take a look one more time at the fish. Okay, here's our fabulous fish. You guys see what we're going to do here. All right, so we have our fish, right? And we have the shading. We're going to work on the shading. I'm going to work on these bubbles right here. Here, take a close look at that. The fish, so we're going to put some bubbles coming out of here. I like to put the bubble. I like to put the path of the bubbles, and then I'll draw some bubbles. Look at these bubbles coming out here. Isn't that fun? The fish could be singing. The fish could be sharing some wisdom. The fish could be in a deep conversation with the magical mermaid, which we'll be drawing in this season. Look at the bubbles. And some big, some small, little variety. You can put little music notes in there if you want. Now, right here, I'm going to put a reflection in the eye. Reflections do several things. Reflections help identify the direction your character's looking. The direction helps identify what direction the sun's coming from. Plus, reflections in the pupil of the eye look really cool. All right, it gives your character that really nice, defined look, that shiny look. This is where the sun's hitting the eye. So let's go ahead and put a reflection in there. And I'm pushing hard using my dark 9mm HB pencil. Any pencil, of course, will work. Any pencil at all. But I love these dark mechanics. Look at that. Isn't that fun? All right, now you could add all kinds of extras to your drawing. You could put hair. You could put eyelashes on them. I think what I'll do is I'll keep mine pretty simple here. I'm having the light coming down from above the water. The sun's up here coming down. So we'll shade here. See, nice and dark. And then you get a little bit lighter. See this? Taper it. See, this gets lighter and lighter. You just blend it. Just enjoy it. Blend it. See what I'm doing here? You can use your blending stomp. You could take this. That's what this is for, is to blend. Sometimes I do that, but sometimes I just love the look of that. I love the look of that texture here. And if you see this, I used the fabulous fish. All right, so we're going to zoom in there. Boom, get that. Now look what I did. I did these little scribbles. You see the little scribbles? Isn't that fun? Adding texture to the drawing. Scribble, scribble, scribble. So that's the style. I'm using more of more lines, more of almost a hatch or cross hatch or scribble here on this one. Blend it down. Look at lighter. Dark here gets lighter. I'm just going to put a value down here. Now, if you want, you can take your stomping. Now watch this. You don't push hard. Just very lightly. Just blend it a little bit. Isn't that fun? Now, you don't have to push very hard. You can just smooth it out, blend, 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 okay? Isn't that fun? Now, back here on this fin, I'm going to shade this. See that? I'm going to a little bit darker, and the nook and cranny. See, you shade under there, the back fin. I'll get lighter. See that? I love that contrast. There's another word. Contrast. I'm going to put some shade. Remember, the light's coming from the top right. So and you'll find I always seem to put the light in the top right coming down. Have you noticed that? Now, most artists, if you look in the museums or art galleries or your graphic novels, most artists tend to put their light on the left coming down. Well, for some reason, I put the light for the top right coming down. Ever since I was in first, second grade, when I was learning from my teachers, my art teachers, I always did the light opposite what most other people do it. So if you think about it, I've been stuck in like an artistic creative time warp since I was in second grade. It's been 2:15 in the afternoon for me with the sun right there for the last 40 years, right? Okay, wait, actually 50 years. Goodness gracious. Okay, now here's lighter. Look at this. I'm putting more shading under here. So all my drawings, unless I remember when I start putting the shading, the light will be coming from the right. Now you feel free to switch those. You switch that wherever you want the shading to come. If you want the shading to be from the top, middle, or the top left, you go ahead and change it. Just you have to be consistent. That's really the most important basic fundamental rule of shading. Be consistent. Wherever you choose the light to be, just shade opposite. Look what I'm doing. I'm going to shade it, blend in here. See this? Isn't that nice? That fine. Now look at nice and dark. See that looking cranny down there? Nice and dark. Nice and dark. It gets lighter as it comes across. Light as it comes across. Continuing the shading. Nice and dark. Look at that. A nice dark black area. Look at that little bit. See the little detail there? See that? Coming down here, rich dark. Here you go. Nice and dark. And then blend it around. Blend, 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 blend. Just take it and go blending. See that? You can take your pencil and that fine. You can use that scribble technique. It just, now you can't use your finger to blend it more. You can use your Stompy. Look at that. Look what my finger does. I just added a little bit of blending right there. Oh, I don't want to end it. You can tell my drawing's coming to an end, but I could just noodle and doodle it, noodle and doodle it for minutes, for hours. Just look at this. Isn't that fun? So here's your challenge today with this drawing. I'd like you to draw multiple fish using overlapping. Try 99. I didn't draw 99, but look at this drawing right here. I just did multiple fish. Here's I'm using size. You see this? You see how it's larger and it gets smaller and it's smaller overlapping, and I put a nice dark background there. I hope you enjoyed this 21 drawing lesson. I can't wait to see you on the next lesson. Yeah.